Silverstone, Round 2, BGPR. And before we even talk about the race, can we talk about qualifying? Because qualifying at Silverstone last night produced one of the most dramatic single moments of the season so far. And the season is 2 races old.
Rook P1. Expected. Filed under business as usual. But downfall. In that Williams, split Rook from the rest of the field by 1/100th of a second. 1/100th! He dragged that Williams around Silverstone fast enough to sit on the front row alongside the double champion, and the margin between them was almost nothing.
100th? That is not a number. That is a statement. James Vowles built something, and downfall is wringing every single tenth out of it, and the rest of this paddock needs to start paying attention to what Williams is becoming.
Revamp P3. Kojo P4. Finally on the grid for his first race of Season 3 after the chassis issues in Mexico. Then Baywop P5, Big Boy 5's P6, Express Row P7. Aston Martin with 2 drivers inside the top 7 in qualifying. Adrian Newey looked at those timing sheets and said nothing publicly. He did not need to.
6 drivers took 5-place grid penalties for impeding in qualifying. 6. Silverstone before a single race lap was absolute chaos. And Townhorst was absent. Mercedes called up reserve driver Kimi Antonelli to partner BO. Another race, another question mark over the Silver Arrows roster.
And before the race, Kojo, back in the paddock. First race of his Season 3. We asked him his thoughts going in, and I want to read his response exactly as he gave it.
Please.
God be with ye, have fun, drink Pepsi, and holy shit, make sure you turn the wheel.
That is the most complete pre-race briefing in NRE history. When asked about the FIA's desire for fewer safety cars, he said, and I quote, "Yeah, let's all focus on keeping it between the white lines. Kojo is back. The paddock has been warned." Lights out at Silverstone, and Kojo, who has been sitting in a garage for an entire round watching his teammate race without him, launched that Williams off the line like a man with something to prove. P2 before the first corner. From P4. In approximately 4 seconds. The demon is back.
And immediately the consequences. Revamp running into the back of Kojo's car. Front wing damage for Revamp. Off track. Rejoin and collecting downfall on the way back. Front wing damage for downfall as well. 2 of the most anticipated drivers on this grid compromised before the end of lap 1. Silverstone was not interested in a clean start.
VSC. Before Rook has even completed his second lap leading the race, Big Boy 5s drops to the back of the pack in the chaos. Then racing resumes. Then, within a single sector, another virtual safety car. Back to back. Silverstone serving up the same chaos menu as Mexico City with absolutely no apology.
Downfall and Imroz both collect penalties coming out of the second VSC. Kojo is on the radio to his engineer. Visibly frustrated, wheel not responding correctly, managing a car that is not behaving the way he needs it to. And yet, what Kojo did with that compromised machinery over the following laps was one of the most composed defensive drives we have seen this season.
Lap after lap of Express Row behind him. The Aston Martin rookie, who has shown all season that he can stay on experienced drivers, right on Kojo's rear wing. Pressuring, probing, looking for the gap. And Kojo, on a wheel that was not working properly, held him off. Every single lap. That is championship caliber defending from a driver who was already a podium finisher before today.
And then, Big Boy 5s. Rear wing damage on lap 4. Retired. the second consecutive race retirement for the Aston Martin number 2 seat. Adrian Newey will be looking at 2 consecutive DNFs for one half of his garage and asking very specific engineering questions before round 3.
Rook wins. Round 2. Back to back. 44 wins becomes 45. The champion does what the champion does. And Silverstone is filed under another clean weekend for Ferrari's number 1. But the story of this race is not Rook. The story of this race is everything that happened behind him.
Downfall. Again. P19 at some point during this race. Penalties accumulated. Damage from the lap 1 incident still being managed. And yet, by the closing laps, he had carved his way back through the field to what looked like a podium position. The pace was undeniable. The recovery was extraordinary. And then the penalties landed and pushed him to P5.
P5, after starting P2, after a recovery from P19. Downfall has now produced 2 of the most impressive recovery drives this league has seen in back-to-back races, and has a combined 2 points to show for it, because of penalties and incidents that keep finding him at the worst possible moments. The pace is there. The results are not reflecting it. That gap between performance and outcome is the most frustrating story on this grid right now.
His teammate, however, Kojo, P3, a podium in his first race of Season 3, defending against one of the most promising rookies on the grid for lap after lap and bringing it home on the podium. The Williams garage had 2 completely different afternoons and somehow ended up with both drivers in the points. That is the depth of what James Vowles has assembled.
Revamp P2, despite the lap 1 front wing damage. From a compromised car to second place. The rookie is collecting podiums at a rate that is making this entire paddock increasingly uncomfortable. Rook endorsed him. Mexico confirmed it. Silverstone doubled down on it. At what point does Revamp stop being the promising rookie and start being the championship contender?
Espressraw, P4. Held off by Kodjo for most of the race, but still delivering a top 4 finish in only his second competitive NRE start. 2 races, 2 top 4 finishes. Adrian Newey is building something at Aston Martin, and Espressraw is the most visible evidence of exactly how well it is working.
Baywop. 3 laps from the end, lost control. Into the barrier, DNF. 2 races into Season 3, and Ferrari's second seat has produced 2 retirements and 0 points. The paddock is starting to ask the question out loud, and we are going to ask it too. Is that Ferrari seat cursed?
We spoke to Frédéric Vasseur after the race, and his response was characteristically measured. His words, "Baywop is in that seat because I believe in long-term development over short-term results. This is a driver I chose deliberately, not hastily. The Ferrari is not an easy car to drive. It demands everything from the person behind the wheel, and the learning curve at this level is real. We are not panicking, we are building."
And Rook, who has watched his teammate retire twice from the garage ahead, was equally composed in his post-race comments. He said Baywop's pace stands on its own, that the Ferrari is genuinely one of the most demanding cars on this grid to extract everything from, and that the factory is working tirelessly to resolve the chassis issues that have contributed to both retirements. Rook defending his teammate publicly, that is not nothing.
The broader Round 2 picture. Rook leads the championship. 50 points from 2 races, 2 wins, completely unchallenged at the top. Revamp second in the standings after back-to-back podiums. Espressraw quietly accumulating points in a way that nobody predicted before the season. Williams producing results with one hand tied behind their back. Mercedes still searching for their first proper points haul. Audi's Min Verstappen 99, a quiet P7. The first meaningful result for the revenge mission roster.
Cecil the Viper, P14 today after the drama of Mexico City. The Snake fans were present. Security was present. America was present. The result was not what Mexico City gave us, but the Viper was the Viper, and that never changes regardless of the position.
2 races in, the championship picture is forming. Rook at the top, Revamp underneath him. Williams competitive. Aston Martin quietly dangerous. Mercedes searching. Ferrari 1 car short of their potential. And somewhere on this grid, a rookie called Espresso is collecting top 4 finishes like they are the most natural thing in the world.
Kodjo said it best before the race. God be with ya, have fun, drink Pepsi, and make sure you turn the wheel. 2 rounds in, some drivers are turning the wheel better than others. Round 3 cannot come soon enough.
This is Riot Radio. Silverstone is done. The season rolls on.
See you at round 3 in Bahrain.